I would love ODM to remain strong. I would love ODM to outlive the lifetime of Raila Odinga. However, history teaches me otherwise. History teaches me that Kanu died with Moi, that Ford Asili died with Kenneth Matiba, that Ford Kenya died with Michael Kijana Wamalwa, and that PNU died with Mwai Kibaki, and that Jubilee, thank God President Uhuru is still alive. Why you see it still kicking but not strong is because President Uhuru is around. But if he was not there, it would have died with him. So the history of this country, unfortunately, we can't pretend that we are in the US, where you have got a strong Democratic Party and Republican Party. The history of our country is that parties exit with their strong political leaders. I see that hovering around Raila Odinga. You saw, even when we were in Bondo on the final day, as he was eulogized, you could see 3 different groups of ODM. There was the progressive team of Babu Wino and Edwin Sifuna. They were saying the things that were exciting the voter of the future, the youth. And we had the second group of the people who came to government through the window of broad-based government, who came to eat. They included Piondai, he came to eat. Oparanya, he came to eat. Joho, he came to eat. And the young lady from Turkana, they all came to eat. They would have, and the man I love, John Badi, they came to eat. They would have killed you. You heard those statements. They were weeping more than the bereaved because they knew that if the weeping does not weep the president sufficiently for him to sustain them in government, the death of Tinga was marking the end of their eating. And let me tell you, it is because some of them are not deep enough. Raila was not taking them to government so that they eat. He was taking them to government so that strategically he would prepare himself for 2027. So that strategically he would fundraise. You require billions of shillings to run a presidential campaign. So they thought he was doing it for them because he loved them. That was political strategy. And that's why he panicked when he saw that the community was starting to buy into the idea of broad-based government. He was forced to go public and say that, who told you that ODM will not have a presidential candidate? Those of us who understand the chess game that we call politics in Kenya, we knew exactly what Mzee was doing, strategizing. Well, some people say he did that so as to quell the Gen Z uprising. I do not think so. He saw an opportunity. The Gen Z could only have been silenced by His Excellency Right Honorable Raila Odinga if he was the owner of the dog. He was not. So he rode on that and got what he got. And I think the Gen Zs that were the owner of the Gen Z uprising were far removed from the political shenanigans that everybody is talking about. Because those young people, and I can see a few of them in this press conference, these ones, they were only armed with a smartphone and the Kenyan flag. The people who caused loss of lives and property were hardcore criminals in Rastafari. I was there on the 25th of June. I saw the two different layers. When they were approaching Parliament with their smartphones in their hands and singing, they were not a threat. But when the hardcore guys came in, our life immediately came under threat. So, let's give it to our youth. They did what they could. I don't think they could have done more than that. But shame unto the political forces that then infiltrated the agenda of the youth. I do not think the smartphone wielding and national flag wearing youth were planning to overthrow the government. They were making a statement in respect of the issues which they raised, which included, amongst others, unemployment.